Welcome to the Gamers League Central Launch Cup. This is race number 1. This is a B class around the streets of Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. This is the national circuit. This event, as I mentioned, was run by Gamers League Central following the XMGP event as part of the Saturday doubleheader. And they are off in race number 1. We are going to keep an eye on I'm on Xbox too much. He is there in his Honda S2000. Around the streets of Rio, he's looking to avoid the traffic early on. He's looking to avoid hitting anybody. He goes around the outside. He's already managed to get himself up into second place. Some nice racing going on already at the start of this race. His S2000 is pushing as hard as it possibly can. He's doing everything he can to drive the wheels off the thing. He comes around the right-hander. Somebody has gone wide into the wall. That allows I'm on Xbox too much into the lead. There is a bit of carnage behind him, but I'm on Xbox too much is away now, safely through everybody and into the lead of this race. And we get a replay of that start on board this time with Platinum Nexus. He is in his little Mazda MX-5. He is going to try and follow I'm on Xbox too much through the spaces in the traffic. He can see there I'm on Xbox too much goes to the outside. He tries to follow him around the outside and is able to get around that Evo. They are pushing hard, they are putting everything into this event. Everybody knows how important this is. He follows I'm on Xbox too much around the first corner. He goes out wide, but he's able to hold it and pulls away. There was carnage on that first corner. We will go back and get that carnage in a moment. But for now, it is I'm on Xbox too much out ahead. Potleg is in second with Platinum Nexus challenging hard for that second place already. And Nexus is able to get around the outside of Potleg. He does clip the wall. Is he able to hold it? He is indeed! Platinum Nexus has managed to get himself up into second place, right behind I'm on Xbox too much. We will come back to this battle in just a moment. We will just see a replay of what happened on that first corner. So here we are now to look at that replay. Merlin Mal came around, he had Gallifrey Madman just ahead of him, and as they were coming into that big right-hander, Gally went on the brakes earlier than Mal expected. Mal nudged into Gally, that put Gally into the wall, spinning him off into Smurf, and he picked up Big Pism in that as well. That was what happened with that carnage. It wasn't really intentional. There was some early braking that ended up with a concertina effect of Mal tagging the back of him, and that is what caused that big collision. So we are back on board with the front three. We have I'm on Xbox too much in the lead. We are on board with Platinum Nexus trying to chase him down with XGL Potleg right behind. Nexus looking to really push that little Miata, that MX-5. He clips the wall. I'm on Xbox too much racing smoothly ahead of him. They come around that right-hander. Nexus manages to avoid the tyres. He's pushing really hard. He's got I'm on Xbox too much in his sights. Is he going to be able to hold it? That MX-5 looking really nice up against that S2000. He goes for the inside, can't get through. Has to pull himself across track and dab the brakes as he does so in order to avoid colliding with the back of that S2000. They come now in. There's the left. The big tight right-hander. I'm on Xbox too much holds it tight. That MX-5 gets a little bit loose, ends up pulling really wide. Potleg spins behind. That allows the two of them to pull away. Is Potleg going to lose that place as well? He doesn't. Unlawful snipe. He's not able to get through. We are going to stick with this battle as Platinum Nexus is doing everything he can to chase down I'm on Xbox too much for the lead out in front. This is a 5-lap race. They're on lap number 2. I'm on Xbox too much is trying to run away from Platinum Nexus, but Nexus in that little Miata is doing everything he can to chase him down. He is pushing as hard as he possibly can. That MX-5 has some unbelievable speed. Nexus runs wide though into the wall. That allows I'm on Xbox too much some more space, and he is able to pull away out ahead. We are on board now with our 4th place driver as he is looking to try and take a podium spot himself. His Honda Civic pushing really hard up against Potleg's Alpha. He's able to come through on the inside and get himself 3rd place. Is he going to be able to get further forward and get himself a 2nd position, or is he going to have to settle for that 3rd place finish? So here we are now with Platinum Nexus as he's trying to close on I'm on Xbox too much. He cooked it way too much coming around that left-hander. He's hit the tyres, come off that tyre barrier, and he's ended up losing the position. He's dropped down to 3rd place now. Potleg trying to overtake him as well to try and take 3rd off him. But Nexus is able to hold 3rd place from Potleg. He's pushing, you can see from the way he's coming around those bends. He's off the wall again. He's getting very, very loose in that Mazda. But is he going to be able to hold it? Is he going to be able to chase back for second place or not? We will have to wait and see. He's really getting loose around some of these bends. This is really not good driving. Potleg runs wide there. You can see battles going on behind, but we are sticking with this battle at the front because this is where it all matters. They come around to end lap number 2. Starting the third lap. Here now on the third lap with Platinum Nexus chasing Psycho very, very hard to try and take that second place off him. Psycho is in his Honda Civic with Platinum Nexus in his MX-5, chasing as hard as he possibly can, running wide around that corner. I'm an Xbox 2 much. We've not seen much of him, but he has gotten away nicely in the lead in his Honda S2000. And we're on board now with Butch. He's in 5th place. He's trying to push on Potleg for 4th. Potleg runs it wide into the tyres. You can see in the background he's spun off the tyres there, and Butch is able to take that 4th place from him. Potleg actually lost another position to Unlawful Snipes as he was trying to recover there. We're now going to jump back ahead to Platinum Nexus, trying to regain his 2nd place. Here we are now on board with Platinum Nexus. He's dropped back from Psycho. That Honda Civic is looking to hold very nicely. Nexus is doing everything he can to chase him down in his Mazda MX-5. He's trying to close that gap. He wants that 2nd place back. I'm an Xbox 2 which has gotten away very nicely in the lead. Is that Mazda going to be able to close down the Civic, or is Psycho going to be able to hold out for 2nd place? They're coming around to end lap number 3. This is the start of lap number 4. This is a 5-lap race. Nexus doing everything he can to try and close that gap. He clips those tyres and sends them scattering across the road. He's pushing that hard. He's cutting every corner as finely as he can, cutting as tight on the bends as he can. He is chasing Psycho hard. I'm an Xbox 2 which has just blasted away in the lead. He is well away from everyone. He's run away with it from the look of it. We can barely see him just entering the tunnel up ahead, but the main man we are focusing on here is Psycho, who is in 2nd, just ahead of Platinum Nexus. He's trying to chase him down. Looks like he is definitely getting closer to Psycho. Is he going to be able to close this gap quick enough to take the position away from him? They come out of the tunnel into this right-hander. There are tyres all over the road. Platinum Nexus clips those tyres, loses a bit of speed, kicks his back end a little bit, tosses tyres away down the road. He's doing everything he possibly can to chase down that Honda Civic ahead of him. He looks like he's closing the gap all the time. He keeps just losing the back end slightly around some of the bends. That's costing him bits of time here and there, but he really is pushing as hard as he possibly can. Here we see Platinum Nexus closing right in on that Honda Civic. Is he going to be able to take Psycho? Is he going to be able to take that 2nd place? They're coming around the final couple of bends. This is lap 4 of 5. This is the end of the penultimate lap, and Platinum Nexus looks like he's going to retake 2nd place. Is he going to be able to? He looks to the inside as they come around this right-hander, and Nexus gets through. He is up into 2nd place at the end of lap 4. Here they come now to start the final lap. Oh, I can't believe Platinum Nexus has managed to retake that position. That is unbelievable, but wait, he's run it into the wall. Oh my god, he thinks he's at the end of the race. What a miscalculation there from Platinum Nexus. He thought the race was over. He had the position. He fought himself back into that 2nd place, and then when thinking the race was over, when it wasn't, they were starting the final lap. He was celebrating his 2nd place finish, put it into the wall, not even realising the race was not over. He is now in 3rd and has to try and hold that position from Butch behind him. That is unbelievable. What an error of judgment there from Platinum Nexus. What a miscalculation. This is unbelievable stuff. We haven't seen anything like it before here at Gamers League Central. But this is what can happen when the racing is that intense. You can lose track of what lap you are on and how many laps the race is supposed to go on for. So we are out in front now with I'm an Xbox 2 much. He's coming around the last few bends. He's had a nice, comfortable race. He got out ahead early. You can see there's no breaks in his windscreen or anything. He has had a nice race out in the lead. It's been comfortable for him. Mistakes from other drivers have allowed him to just drive away from everyone. His Honda S2000 looking very nice as he comes around that final right-hander. He's going to put the power down. He's going to celebrate as he comes through this right hand to then come. You can see the fireworks going off. he comes across the line to win the first race of the Gamerz League Central Launch Cup. Second place was Psycho in the end, with Butch managing to take third place from Platinum Nexus, Unlawful Sniping fourth, with Merlin Mal in sixth place and Potleg in seventh.